In this video, I'll teach you how to snake jump, why it's strong, and how to counter it. One word before we start, the snake jump is not bannable, according to the creator of Volleyball Legends, Protori. Another thing is, this is not a tag that will guarantee you a win. It's one of many tags you should learn and find out when to use it effectively. During the process of mastering it, I also discovered completely new tags that I've never seen anyone doing before. So keep watching and subscribe for more. What is a snake jump? A snake jump, also called dive jump or cobra spike, is a tag that lets you jump straight out of a diving position and allows you to change your moving direction even though you already jumped, which is normally impossible in Volleyball Legends. Why is that strong? Because of the sudden change of directions in the air, you can outplay blockers and kind of delay your attack pattern. It's also great as a decoy. In addition, you can upgrade it with certain styles and abilities, making it a crazy weapon. The base mechanics. Now let me show you how it generally works. You first have to touch the ball. In most cases that will happen with a receive, and while the ball is still highlighted red, you now go for a dive wherever you want. After that, press the jump button and hold a direction key to move into that direction mid-air. Pray for your teammate to set and take the spike. This only works as long as your teammate has not yet touched the ball. 99% of the reason why it didn't work is because you got the wrong timing and your teammate already touched the ball before you could do the jump. So once more, receive, dive, jump and hold a direction input while your teammate has not yet touched the ball, wait for the set and spike it. It is mandatory to perform the action while the ball is still highlighted red. In practice mode, the ball won't be red and you got nobody that sets the ball to you, so you have to snake jump out of the dive receive, which is really hard to practice. Let me show you a better way to practice it. First, go into the brand new 2v2 casual mode, ideally together with a mate, but if not, wait for the next steps. Now you position yourself as usual, one person left and one right, and wait for the serve. If the serve is going to your direction, receive it with a decreased bump or set, whatever is better for your style. Now go behind the attacking line and position yourself on the opposite side of where the ball is right now. It is important for your teammate to see which side you will be spiking on. So don't start from the middle at this point. As soon as you see your teammate going for the ball, dive and jump before he touches the ball, wait for the set and spike it. I don't know this level 80 teammate here. It's the first time I play with him and our first attack is actually a snake jump. This is a very hard tech to master, so don't get frustrated if it won't work in 1 or 2 games. It took me at least 50 games of practice to now being able to perform it with almost any random teammate without telling them what to do. Tips to make it more effective. If your teammate has a style that has a bad set stat or is new to snake jumping, try not to go for the absolute outer hit, but rather stick more close to the teammate. Also when receiving, always try to get the ball towards the net. That will make it way easier for your teammate to set it parallel to net and ultimately gives you more options on timings. If needed, request higher or lower sets. Now before we get into upgrading that mechanic, let's talk about the best practice to defend the snake jump. The biggest benefit of the snake jump is the mid-air movement, which is normally not happening after you jump. So you can outplay blockers quite easily. And for that, the best way to defend a snake jump is by not going for blocks at all. Keep up the one person right, one person left around the attacking line ground defense. That will still make it hard to receive them, but way more likely than blocking it. One thing where blocking makes sense, however, is if you see them performing that snake jump really close to net. You can mirror the movement of the attacker and block it down. The benefit of that is you can instantly counter it back. Another alternative may be net fishing a potential set or spike, but both require a lot of experience and confidence of finding the right moment. But now let's make the snake jump even more effective by adding other mechanics to it. First, shift locking. Unfortunately, the shift lock does not work anymore after you dive. So, if you want to use the shift lock, you have to do it before the actual dive. But this definitely can be a huge upgrade to this tech. And if you do this fast enough, you even can get a similar effect as on desync spikes. Then we have delaying and gliding. If you get the timing right on snake jumps, you can pretty much wait till the last second to hit the ball, while flying with its trajectory. That way you can bait the ground defense into receiving even before you have taken the spike. Fast attacks. If you tell your setter to just set it up and figure out the timing yourself, then you can do this tag really fast while being kind of hidden by your teammate, and again, combined with the shift lock, that makes it really hard to tell where you're gonna spike. And another thing for fast attacks, the snake jump can be done instantly out of the receive. So if you dive receive for a ball, you can instantly jump after. If your teammate is fast enough, you can turn this into a really quick and deadly play, combining it with an arrow tag for instance. But also for 1v1, this might be a nice thing to add to your repertoire of tags. Little advice for that, try to do the dive on the lowest ball point possible and use the max distance of your dive, to not end up in front of the ball. Being a decoy. Now this is not really a tag, but one thing you have to keep in mind when doing snake jumps is your opponent will start to focus on you as you do pretty weird movements. They will always have an eye on you. And at some point, they will also start to read your snake jumps. But exactly this effect can be used to your advantage. Go for even more snake jumps to grab the attention of the opponent. But instead of your teammate setting, he now might get some open spots to simply spike at. Last on the list is a combo of a netfish. Blocking doesn't count as a touch, but it also makes the ball appear red, allowing you to snake jump. So if you get the timing right, you can do a snake jump out of a netfish, and in theory it is also possible to make a double snake jump with your teammate. But it's very hard to master and probably you need a setter style like TSK for it. I've seen nobody ever doing a crazy tag like that, and that's probably because it's simply too hard to do. But if you manage to make it consistent, it surely would make yourself a name. Those are all skill-based mechanics you can add to the snake jump mechanic to make it even stronger. But there is even more to use. So let's start with abilities. Fourth touch. Remember the netfish thing? Now imagine you or your teammate got fourth touch. You can again perform a double snake jump. Take the receive, go for the snake jump and set it instead of spiking. You or your mate can add the fourth touch to spike it. But this tag is really hard to master. Baller and I had to make like 4 games and just trying that to make it happen. Another cool ability is the curveball, because it will help you to not only make the position of your spike less predictable, but also the trajectory of your spike itself. To be honest, that works best though if you're not too close to net and the ball got some airtime. One more cool ability is of course the redirection jump, as together with the snake, you now can change your position mid-air even more and completely aim your spike. Close to net, you can even glitch mid-air and have some really crazy airtime. Also cool is the boom jump, because it simply allows you to hit from a way higher angle and gives you more airtime, making it also very suitable for 1v1. For 2v2 however, good sets are required though, maybe even a good bump set. A really crazy combination is the magnetic pull, as you can simply drag the ball with you in case the set is off or not good enough for a glide. Here's also a quick thing I discovered. You can abuse this tag in 1v1, as in 1v1 you can snake jump similar to how you can do it in practice mode. But the magnetic pull will give you enough time to actually perform it. Another crazy but really hard to master ability combo is the super sprint, as this allows you to do deadly glides, basically jumping from one antenna to the other. There's some really cool combos possible, and I bet there's even more that I couldn't think of yet. Maybe even steel blocking would be fun. But not only abilities give you combo options, also your style heavily can increase the snake jump potential. Let's take Kizuki for instance. I know, a lot of people really hate on him. But honestly, I think this style got so much potential. Not only because he's got such good stats, but also because the long dive is just the dream of every snake jumper. I mean, look at this, guys. This is crazy. However, let me warn you, this is extremely difficult to do and probably the most difficult tag in the whole game, because it requires perfect positioning and placement from both you and your setter. So this is pretty much only possible for pre-mates. I made a whole video that covers just that topic. But Kizuki is not the only style giving cool extras. Take Jinko here. He basically gives you the curve spike on every hit, allowing you to place the ball wherever you want. Mikage will give you completely new options with his spike, but also block. Remember the steal block idea? With Mikage you can do that pretty effectively. Hacker. One of the most crazy styles in general. But now you not only leave them guessing on what side you will take the snake jump to, you also simply can teleport now to the complete other direction again. And that's probably the most OP strat right now. And a few more words about some other styles. If you play a setter in general, you really should think about going for the fourth touch, as that allows you the snake jump set option, which I think is pretty fun. If you play TSH, the snake jump pretty much kills your speed bar. So you will lose momentum, and for TSH mains, that's probably a big downside. However, it still can be very effective, and you might even want to think about totally decreasing your spike if you snake jump, as the slow trajectory might make them panic receive even before the ball reaches them. If you play Hidari, make sure to always hit on the left arm, so your positioning and timing is even more important. Kazana. Same as on Boom Jump, it can give you crazy new options, but it is also very hard to get a really good hit with that much height. So best to play with a premade that knows how you move. And here's a very quick example for mobile players. As you can see, it also works on mobile the exact same way as on PC or any other device. Alright, I think that's it for this guide, and to be honest, I personally love snake jumping and I'm quite excited to see if this video will change meta and make people use the snake jump more often. To be honest, I think it's a rather overpowered tech, and it could happen that they decide to actually take it off the game if too many people start using it, but we will see. And of course, a massive shout out to everyone that helped me doing this video. You're awesome, guys. But now, learn that tech and surprise me with a subscribe if you found this helpful. So, good luck and see you on the next one. Bye bye!